Welcome to Bewitchin Kitchen. My name's Nicole and today I'm going to teach you how to make my delicious naan pizza. Now, I'm going to say a bunch of foods and I want you to think what first comes to mind, okay? Here we go. Whipped cream and cherries, buffalo wings and blue cheese dressing, potato chips and onion dip, peanut butter and raspberry jelly.
Wait, what?
Yeah, raspberry jelly, grape jellies for squares. Anyway, Bewitchin Kitcheners, what do all these foods have in common? They're amazing food pairs. So there's nothing more amazing than making naan pizza. Combining a traditional Indian bread with sauce and cheese just makes the pizza even more awesome. So today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with my naan, okay? So if you really wanna give yourself a headache, you can make your own naan. If not, you could go to Trader Joe's and buy this for $1.99 and you can get 4 pieces of delicious garlic naan. Now what I've done is I laid out my naan right here and you can see already that this is gonna make 4 delicious personal sized pizzas, and you can even smell the garlic coming out. It's delicious. So I'm gonna set this aside and I'm gonna let that thaw. And now, Bewitchin Kitcheners, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make my toppings. Now, I don't know about you, but I love me some pepperoni. So my pizza's gonna have some pepperoni, but I'm gonna set that aside. And in addition to pepperoni, what I have here is my sliced olives. Now, Bewitchin Kitcheners, be very careful. When you get your sliced olives, you want to get 1 big can and you're going to drain it. But please do not wash it, okay? Look, let's be honest with ourselves. The brininess of the olives is what makes us love them. So look, if you want to clean them and be sanitary, fine, but this meal is not going to taste as delicious. So trust me when I say, just dump your can, get away the juices, and then just be okay with having a little dirty brine on your olives. It's fine. And also what I've got is some thinly sliced onions. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my olives and my onions and I'm going to cook those in some olive oil. Okay, so now I have my onions in the pan. In addition to the onions, I'm going to throw in my olives. Remember, nice and briny and delicious and dirty. Alright, now I'm going to give it a quick stir. And look, if you want to cook it just like this, it'll be fine, it'll come out great, but a little salt and pepper can never hurt. So that's what I'm going to add right now, some salt and some pepper. Alrighty, Bewitchin Kitcheners, now while that's cooking and getting delicious, what we're going to work on over here is we're just going to put some sauce on top of our naan. So I have my red sauce that I'm going to be using today, and if you want a quick tutorial on how to make your own delicious pasta sauce, you can check out my video. You can also use as your base layer some pesto sauce, which actually is delicious with a little bit of ricotta. I'm going to post a video on that, so if you want to stay tuned, make sure you do. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take a nice ladleful and just spread it around my pizza. My husband loves to have a little bit of a crust, so I don't want to spread it all over. I just want to leave a little bit on the end so that it has a nice crust. Let's talk about cheese. As you all know, Bewitchin Kitcheners, I am a huge cheese snob. You can tell by my Shrimp Mykonos video that I absolutely adore cheese. So you see over here I have a huge mound of cheese. Now look, Bewitchin Kitcheners, you might be thinking to yourself, Nicole, why did you shred a block of mozzarella cheese and not just buy it shredded at the store? Don't you know they sell it that way? Of course I do, Bewitchin Kitcheners. But cheese is so much better when you shred it yourself. So yes, you're going to have to do a little extra work, but trust me, this pizza is so well worth it. Now you might see, Bewitchin Kitcheners, that I have some thick pieces on the side. You have a few options of what you could do with this. You can feed it to your pet as long as it's not a fish or any other animal that you shouldn't be feeding dairy products to. Sorry, Kraken, no cheese for you. You could give it to your husband who's videoing your videos.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Or you could just eat it yourself, because it's absolutely delicious. Yum. Okay, so, while I'm eating and talking, let me show you what I'm going to do with my cheese. Yes, I know it's a lot, but I don't know about you, but the more cheese, the better. So I'm just going to sprinkle my cheese all over my pizza. So we're making a real meat lover's pie. So look, I'm just piling on the pepperoni. Because like I said, more pepperoni, better. Just like more cheese, the better, the more pepperoni, the better. Alright, Bewitchin Kitcheners, my olives and onions are done. I can tell because, as you can see, the onions have gotten kind of like a brownish color, almost like the olives. They match, they smell awesome, so now let's add that to the pizza. Here we go. Alright, Bewitchin Kitcheners, what you're going to do is you're just going to grab a nice little scoop and put it right on top. Try and spread it out. You get on some on the side, that's okay. We'll just pick it up and put it back on. It's cooking time, Bewitchin' Kitcheners. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pizza and I'm going to toss it into the oven. I'm going to cook it for 8 minutes. If you want, you could cook it a little longer just to get the crust crispy. That's fine. But what I wanted to show you is this. Look, if you don't want to smoke out your house and feel like you have to open the windows in the middle of winter and totally freeze yourself to death, what you want to do is you want to put a cookie sheet at the very bottom. I have a ton of fatty foods on top that are going to produce a ton of grease. So look, if you don't put up that on the bottom, you're going to smoke yourself out of your own home. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to toss this in and let it cook for 8 minutes. So while you're waiting those 8 minutes, there are a ton of things that you can do with your time. The best thing you can do, though, is pull out those Tiffany beer mugs that your mother-in-law got you for your wedding and enjoy a nice whole garden with some lemon. So cheers to you, Bewitchin' Kitcheners. Nice job making that pizza. After letting the pizza cook for 20 minutes, you're going to take it out and you're going to let it cool. Now you know it's going to be done because it's going to be nice, crispy, and golden around the edges. So it's perfect and you're ready to enjoy. That's all today from Bewitchin' Kitchen. I hope your naan pizza mystifies your guests and leaves them begging for more. Now, I'm gonna go enjoy my pizza, but if you want, in the meantime, you could check out some of my other videos and feel free to follow my channel.